Namaste, beloved. How are you? My name is Syma, and I'm a sacred feminine and spiritual coach and healer and author. And I have the blessing of supporting amazing, beautiful, soulful women all over the world in healing and transforming their lives and flourishing in every possible way. And what I'm finding that most of my clients and all my beloved tribe members, so my Facebook followers and my newsletter subscribers and just all the YouTube subscribers that I have the blessing of supporting, are sharing with me in their comments lately is just a struggle with the healing journey. I've had a lot of people ask me how I got to where I am, because if you read my journey on my About page on my website, flourishinggoddess.com, you'll learn that I had a very traumatic childhood and a lot of challenges and trials along the way through my teens and my 20s. So suffered from dark depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, every form of abuse, so much moving around, and then just continuous challenges and trials throughout my life. And thankfully, I was also blessed to divine grace to heal a lot of my blocks and patterns and things that were really holding me back from living a beautiful, miraculous, full life. And then having the blessing of supporting so many amazing people all over the world as a coach and guide and healer and yoga teacher and Reiki master in doing the same for themselves and healing their blocks, healing their patterns, healing their deep wounds, and truly coming into a place of inner empowerment and self-worth and self-love and wholeness and fulfillment, and then completely transforming and elevating and healing every part of their lives as well. And then really on top of that, to manifest their dreams. So I just wanted to share some insights with you in case they might help you on your own healing journey, my love. So the first thing that I want to share is that healing is a journey. We go through so much in our lives. You know, most of us are not so blessed to have a really wonderful, loving childhood, but even those of us who had very loving parents and a great childhood, we still get so much conditioning, and little things can really be traumatic for us and leave a scar and a wound in our consciousness and our conditioning. And many of us have had experiences from early on in our life where we just were wounded, we were hurt, we experienced pain in some form, rejection, and whether it's from our father or mother, who are the most significant relationships of our lives because they set the foundation for every relationship we have after, especially how we relate to the opposite sex in our lives. So much happens right from the get-go. In fact, as a holistic healer, I believe that even when we're in our mother's womb, we get an imprint of everything she's going through, and that in our cellular memory and DNA, we carry the struggles and the strength of our ancestors. We also carry imprints and karmic conditions from our past lives. So in my healing work, I help my clients heal things on all those levels. But we still carry so much, however you choose to believe we experience the things that we do and how they impact us. We carry as adults all these imprints with us, right? And so when we find ourselves in a place in our lives where we know that we need to heal certain patterns, because normally the wake-up call is things in our outer life are not functioning. We always may find that a certain area, there's a block in it, and no matter how hard we work on the outside, how much effort we put, how much we try, we are met with frustration, and sometimes we think we've completely changed things, and then we're met with the same situation all over again. So this definitely happened to me in my work life, where I had to heal a pattern of self-empowerment, or the lack of it, because of my abusive childhood, and especially with my father. So there was this authority figure issue in my life, and I had this pattern, although I was lucky to have many wonderful bosses. In my last couple of years in the corporate world, what happened was I would just meet these tyrant-like authority figures as my bosses, who were constantly bullying me and very abusive, and I would find a new job, you know, and think, okay, well, I don't need to put up with that. I'm just going to find a new job. And lo and behold, the new boss would end up behaving the same way. So what I finally had to learn was that I needed to heal some very, very deep issues that for me came through past lives. And it wasn't until I healed things at that level and just really came into my own divine power and self-worth and value, that I was able to completely, finally, free myself of that pattern. So when we don't heal our lives from the inside out, what happens is our life will always teach us through divine spiritual assignments. And by that I mean craziness and chaos and painful experiences that keep happening, right? So in spiritual lingo, we're going to call them blessed opportunities and opportunities to learn. But really what's happening is we're going through a lot of crap or transformation, and things are really rough and challenging. Okay, so let's just keep it real and call it what it is, which is a struggle. And when we have these things happening in our outer life, it's an opportunity, it really is an opportunity, trust me on it, of looking within and saying, okay, what do I need to heal in myself in order to learn the lesson that I meant to learn from this experience, so that I can be free of it and come back to a place of truth in myself and triumph in myself, and then transcend this pattern or this experience in my life. And that is not easy work. That kind of work is perhaps the hardest work you'll ever do. More hard and challenging than the outer efforts that you're putting in, but it's also the most profound and transformational. And so that's the other thing I want to share, my love, is that even as your healing is a journey, I invite you to really embrace it and to, see it as layers of an onion. First layer is just looking at what's going on right now, and then looking at, well, what were the patterns of consciousness in myself, the beliefs that I had immediately before this to create these conditions, and then maybe following them to see how far back we need to go to get to the root of those weeds. You can't just snip them from the top above the ground. We want to take them out from the root so that they don't keep growing all over again in the beautiful garden of our lives, where we're trying to manifest all these beautiful new beginnings and manifestations. So as we're doing that, we want to remember that this healing that we are invited to embark on is a catalyst for transformation. And sometimes it's through our absolute and complete breakdowns that we will have our greatest breakthroughs, okay? And trust me, when you hit rock bottom, I've so been there. I mean, if I started telling you about how much pain I was in as a teen, and then again in my mid-20s, I didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel. And as I share in my book, Manifest Soulmate Love, 8 Essential Steps to Attract Your Beloved, I opened with my own journey to the love that I get to share now with my husband. But it was a painful one, and I found myself hitting rock bottom again in a second major depression in my life in my mid-20s. And when I hit rock bottom, I realized that God is in that rock too. God is the rock that's holding me, right? And so for me, I connect with the divine as God, Goddess, and for you, I invite you to consider that however resonates with you, spirit, your higher self, the universe, love, whatever works for you. But it's remembering that as you open to this work, you will be transformed. And also, the next thing I want to share, my love, is that you're never, ever alone. I know that it can feel so lonely sometimes. If we're blessed to have loved ones in our lives, they might not be able to support us in spite of their best efforts. And sometimes if we're not in a place where we have a lot of people that are close to us that we can confide in, it can be just as lonely. So whether or not we have people in our lives, it can feel very, very, very lonely. But I am here to assure you that you are never, ever, ever alone. You have the unconditional light and grace and love and wisdom and strength of your own Holy Spirit, of your own divine self, of your own inner wisdom, again, however you want to relate to that. And you have from heaven angels and deities and ascended masters and saints and so many benevolent, beautiful, pure beings of pure light and love that are ever there to support you and love you. And especially if you open just simply by asking for their love and help and support, you don't have to worry about being a certain religion or spiritual tradition. These benevolent beings are there for all of us. They're non-denominational. In my work, because as a goddess coach and spiritual coach, I work with archangels and goddesses and ascended masters for my clients. And that's why I work best with clients who are open to this kind of stuff, because you want to make sure that you're comfortable with it. But just know that whether or not you believe in it, there is support and love for you that you cannot even imagine. And you will definitely benefit so much by actually opening to this. And that's as simple as asking. And I want to share that with you, that in addition to embracing this journey, ask for support. And there's no right or wrong way to do this when it comes to asking the divine. Just pray from your heart. I've had very candid conversations. Sometimes I talk to the divine like a best friend. Sometimes I get frustrated and need to have a venting session. Sometimes it's very beautiful and poetic and prayers. And it doesn't matter how we ask. Just know that whenever you ask, you're answered. You're always, always answered. And the way to know that it's answered, to really open to it, is by getting quiet, through meditation, through stillness, through time in nature, and through trusting that they are there for you. And you are no more or less worthy than all of us as children of the divine. So they absolutely are there for you. You are so loved and you are completely supported. Even in your darkest moments, the light of your spirit and the divine, the spark of the divine, is always shining through you. And your work, my love, then, is to know that and to heal the barriers that you have set up against it. Not consciously, of course, right? But they just get developed because of our wounds and our conditioning and our experiences. The other thing I want to share, darling, is that the best thing you can do for yourself, no matter what has happened to you, no matter what they have done to you, is to take empowered and loving and compassionate responsibility for your healing journey. Because the more you allow yourself to feel like, well, this happened to me and they did this to me, the more you are depriving yourself of the healing that you deserve. So forget about them and what they did. Make this about you and your conscious choice and decision to reclaim your health, well-being, wholeness, and happiness, because you deserve it. Okay, my love? So I hope that that really supports you. And I hope that you also know that your healing journey will always continue. So I'm still going on my journey, and I'm, just here to share with you what I learned in hopes that it may serve you and support you. And I want you to know that you'll still keep going on your journey. And that's why we're here. We're here to continuously grow, evolve, flourish. And it's not about reaching some divine enlightened state, but that is actually our true essential state. And our work here is to return to it. So every opportunity, every wound, every painful experience, every challenge that we are met with is there to help us to open to healing and to go deeper and deeper and deeper and connect more and more with our true divine essence, our true eternal self-worth, self-love, power, to really know ourselves as divine beings, and to not just find this light for ourselves, but to be a light in the world, to shine so brightly that we can come out of our own stuff and shine for others, uplift others, love others, and be a catalyst and a channel and an instrument of healing and love and joy for others as well. And so I really invite you to be so, so, so gentle, compassionate, and loving with yourselves as you embrace your healing journeys. Know that it's a journey, and just when you think you're done, there'll be something new to work on, trust me. And that's okay. That's what this is all about. So have compassion with yourselves, be patient with yourselves. Please get support. I know I've said you're never alone from a spiritual perspective, but you're also not alone in our world. There are so many amazing free resources. There are inexpensive books and tools and meditations that you can get. I've created many healing meditations. I have many articles on my website, so I'm just there to provide you with all this free support. And also know that you deserve to get help and invest in yourself if you choose to get therapy or healing or anything like that. That is something that is available to you, and I pray that if you need support with that you are abundantly supported in investing with yourself. Because if you ever fear, like, oh, I don't want to spend this money on myself or a therapist or a healer, just ask yourself, what is the cost of not healing this? So if you can do things for yourself that are available to you for free, that's wonderful, right? But if you're feeling called to invest in a book, a course, a healer, and you're hesitant, just know that you deserve it, my love, because there is a huge price you're paying by not moving forward and not getting the support that you deserve. It is the best investment that I made. I remember I invested in healing therapies when I didn't have the extra money, but I made it happen. I did extra work. I got the funds to support myself, and they were the best investments that I made. So I just want you to know that you deserve to heal. However, you need to invest the time, the resources, the money, and it is a commitment. It is something that's ongoing. Whether you take on a meditation practice or any kind of therapy, let it take time and just let the layers unfold. And it can be so helpful to have someone that you trust and resonate with be a loving and supportive guide to you. And I invite you to consider a guide that will guide you back to yourself. So I'm personally not into gurus and people who tell you what they think you should do. Even as a coach myself, my entire purpose is to love you and provide you the empowerment for you to return to yourself and for you to trust yourself and for you to heal. The healing happens inside of you. There's actually nothing I can do to heal you, right? When I'm doing healing work, I'm a channel, and there's nothing anyone can do really to heal you. The healing happens with your faith and your openness and your receptivity and divine grace. And that can happen just like that. Because miracles are available to you at every moment. And in this present moment, you can say a prayer, you can open to a miracle and completely shift your life. And at the same time, even as you experience miracles and healing, it will take time. So just be patient with yourself in the process. Get support from heaven, get support on earth, and know that you deserve it. Know that you're not alone, that you are so loved, and you deserve to be happy, healed, and healthy, and flourishing in every possible way, my love. And if you'd like to know what it's like to work with me, it's basically based on what I've shared, which is from my personal and professional experience. After an initial session with me where you get a lot of support and guidance and clarity on how to move forward on your path, if you wish to continue, I offer 40-day, 90-day, and 6-month programs for complete healing and transformation, because again, that's what I've seen really helps my clients to experience the shifts, the transformation, and the miracles that they deserve in a long-lasting way. So that's what it's like to work with me if you're interested, and you can find out more about that at flourishinggoddess.com. And I just hope that what I've shared with you today has supported you. I hope that you will commit to your healing because you deserve it, and the world is waiting for you to be healed and whole and happy, because we all want you to shine. And we want to be uplifted by your beautiful light, my love. So remember that it's all within you. You have the power. You can do it. And if you'd like even more free love and support from me, make sure that you please join me on YouTube, so become a subscriber. Join me on Facebook and Instagram. I share a weekly oracle card message there, so just to give you some more love and support and guidance and inspiration. And definitely become a newsletter subscriber on my website, flourishinggoddess.com, because right off the bat, you're going to get an amazing goddess meditation that helps you heal through all your chakras, which are connected to every part of your life. So just some really powerful, potent healing for you through that resource. And then there's a surprise gift that comes afterwards for even more love and support and empowerment. So just let me shower you with all the love that I can and the healing support that I can through these ways by joining me in all these levels, my love. And I really hope that you'll enjoy the free resources that I can provide for you on your journey. And I am sending you all my love and prayers that may you completely be healed in every possible way. May you be guided to all the right support and the resources, and know how loved you are and that you are never alone, and open to the miracles that you deserve. Namaste.